I'm not going to tell you how to run your life, how to choose your friends, but a strip club is a bad place to be. I know because I was part of it.
Abby's going to college.
Okay, Abby's going to college, but, you know, taking your clothes off in a room full of drunk men is not, and I'm not passing any judgment, is not a great way to make a living.
Okay, she's only doing that to pay for her tuition. That's the only reason she's there.
Okay, that's fine. Like I mentioned before, your mother hates the idea.
You don't want to tangle.
To send you Theo Hoffman's resume. It's quite impressive.
Hey, find out who he's represented, who he associates with when he's not working, and get me his financials.
Okay, now look. I'll get you his resume, but I'm not going to stand here and condone an illegal investigation of a fellow colleague. I mean, Theo Hoffman's one of the best lawyers in New York. We're lucky the man happened.
See if he has an offshore bank account, too, and if he does, track how he spends his money.
Wait a minute. Jason, do you really think I would bring a lawyer with a problematic background in to help deal with Sonny and Brenda, of all people? I am certain that Theo Hoffman, as a person, as a lawyer, is above reproach.
Then a background check should be no problem. I need it now.
A man died because of you, and you don't have time to take a meeting with your attorney?
All right, well, take it easy.
You expect me to sell the idea in court that Ms. Barrett's wedding is more important than the man she murdered?
Actually, Brenda didn't murder anybody.
Well, who was holding the gun? Who pulled the trigger?
Come on.
You know, I felt I had no choice.
Well, the man's family does not agree. They want justice. If you take the stand with this attitude, the jury will read it as no remorse. We will lose the case, and you will lose everything you love right along with it.
Okay, Diane, if Brenda loses it on the stand and she gets confused between killing Anton Banovic and Alexander, this whole thing's going to be over. Okay? Dante could lose his badge, and most importantly, we don't know how that's going to impact Michael's parole.
Not positively, I can
Okay,
tell you.
that's why I have to know that Theo Hoffman is reliable.
But I've already assured you, Jason, he's the gold standard. Aside from myself, he is the best defense attorney money can buy.
Well, I don't like how he's treating Brenda.
He's getting her ready to testify.
No, he's pushing her too hard.
He's doing exactly what I would be doing. Let Brenda get all the craziness out of her system in the office. That way she can be ready to steal herself.
That's not how Brenda operates. She just keeps getting crazier.
Well, that's not reassuring.
No. Just see what you can find. Let's go.
Fine. Although your grasshopper has been feeling most creatively stifled as of late, and with all due respect, even researching the attorney charged with the Divine One does not seem to fill the void.
You have the privilege of planning your future, don't you? A wedding, a career. The dead man is not so fortunate. When the jury looks at you, you know what they will see. A celebrity and a cop blithely stepping over a dead man and going on with their lives.
Right, and then clearly you'll point out that it was a case of self-defense and no crime was actually committed.
If you would like to try my case, Detective, go on.
No, I'm just saying Brenda had her reasons.
It's all very convenient, isn't it? No witnesses, only Miss Barrett and her lover's son. Who's to say what happened?
Well, we're telling the truth.
Well, you'll have to convince a jury of that. First, you'll have to convince me. And so far, not so good.
I missed a lot when I was in that coma. And I'm starting to realize that Mom missed out a lot, too. I mean, she wants that time back. She wants me to be this regular high school guy with sports and college applications and the prom.
All your mom wants is to keep you safe. Madison Prep, safe. This girl, Abby, not safe. She's concerned that this Abby girl wants to use you to get ahead.
She won't. We're just friends, that's all.
Okay.
And when I'm around Abby, Dad, I can just relax. I want to be myself.
I don't care that you want to be friends with this woman. What concerns me is her work, what she does for a living.
I know.
And you got to understand that your mother is still, has the crash on her mind, okay? She was on the phone with Morgan when it happened. For all she knew, that two of her sons had died. And that, for any parent, is hard to imagine. She's desperate to protect you. Even from Abby.
That should be more than enough.
We're open for business as of 5 minutes ago. Would you consider wiping down the grill for a change and maybe changing out the oil for the fries? Hey,
Am I your first customer again?
sneaking out to a pub while the town's going to hell, are you?
Well, I'm on my break.
Well, you won't eat here if you know what's good for you.
Yeah. So listen, I might be able to trade out my double shift tonight.
Why would you want to lose that kind of overtime?
Oh, there's an indie Celtic band playing at the Border Bar. Thought maybe you'd like to check them out.
You don't have to change your work schedule just for me.
It's not a big deal. When are you getting off? Maybe we can catch the second set.
I've got plans of my own.
Oh, really? What kind of plans?
Well, I do have a few interests outside of the one and only Lucky Spencer, you know.
You going somewhere?
I can't say that I appreciate getting a third degree.
This is the third degree?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look, this isn't a big deal, obviously. It's just that not that long ago I caught you in a lie.
What kind of lie do you believe that you caught me telling?
Well, you get calls on your cell from your sister Fiona, right?
Oh, and the problem with that would be...
A few days ago, Fiona called the landline at my place, and she was worried about you because she didn't have your cell number, and she hadn't heard from you in over a month.
You still drinking sidecars these days?
It's very subtle. We're not supposed to know each other, remember?
Oh, what? Nobody's gonna see us in here?
Are you kidding me? This is a major hospital hotspot.
Oh. And you're hoping Patrick's gonna show up.
Would that be a problem?
You know, when you encouraged me to come up here, I thought it was because you wanted to get us back together.
I do. I just need you to seduce Robin first.
So that you can pick up Patrick on the rebound. Now, where exactly does that leave me?
Okay, I said I will be with you. And I will. And how long is negotiable?
Oh, please, even if I were to go for that pathetic attempt at a dodge, people are gonna realize that we knew each other in Houston. You've already pretended that we were strangers. So what's your big plan, Dr. Niles? What will you do when people figure out that you're the reason I'm here?
Look, you're obviously busy, so if you want to talk about this later, that's fine.
No, it's better to get it out in the open.
Okay, go for it.
If I told you the truth, I'm afraid I'll lose you.
If I were to present this case tomorrow, do you know what the jury would see? Two entitled people who managed to slip under the radar, shielded by celebrity and a police badge. But you know how celebrity works, don't you, Miss Barrett?
I don't appreciate your attitude with me.
Society loves to push people to the top and then stone them on the way down. The dead man's family already seems courageous because they had the audacity to file a wrongful death suit against you.
All right, whose side are you supposed to be on?
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't caution Miss Barrett about what's to come.
All right, well, I get it, but maybe try and use a little tact might help.
By all means. Miss Barrett, excuse me, I apologize. I will treat you with kid gloves from now on, so you will be even more vulnerable when you take the stand.
I didn't intend to hurt anyone. So, if you don't mind, I would love it if you could just tell me what it is that you would like me to do, because I'd actually just like to go on with my life.
A privilege the dead man cannot enjoy.
Okay, I think we get it.
Well, I do hope that by the time we meet again, you will be able to muster up some remorse for killing a man.
it's just a civil suit. I mean, we can't lose anything but money.
I know, but what if I say the wrong thing?
You won't. Theo Hoffman doesn't know you shot Alexander, and he's not going to find out.
You've already survived what would have killed most people. You beat the odds, but we can't ignore the reality. You have issues with control. I do too. Now, I know you haven't been fighting lately, but it still happens. Right?
Yeah.
You get in a fight with somebody at Madison, it's going to land you in the principal's office. You fight with some wise guy at Vons, you're going to end up in the parking lot bleeding to death. Now, look, what about your parole? But even if you weren't on parole, you're underage to go
I don't
into a
even know
club.
what age I'm supposed to be. I'm too young to be an adult, and I'm too old for high school.
Okay. You are old enough to make your own choices, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want you hanging around a strip joint. But on top of that, look, if the girl makes you feel good, if she's good to you, I'm not going to chase her away. But I'm just telling you to open your eyes and be careful. You don't even know this girl.
Okay, Dad, I will.
And, you know, if you need me, you know I'll always have your back.
Oh, you want to be creative? Then help Brenda with the wedding.
I thought Stone Cold thought the marriage will be a disaster.
Well, Sonny and Brenda can get married. It's their business, Spinelli.
So should I ignore my misgivings and facilitate the nuptials? And if so, which task would take precedence? The wedding or the research into the bombastic Theo Hoffman?
The lawyer, then the wedding.
I've already told you, Theo Hoffman is beyond reproach.
That's okay. That's fine, Diane, but this affects Michael's parole, and I need to be sure.
You know, your lack of faith in me and my firm at this late date is...
I have a solution. I have just been struck with a method to shield the Divine One on her wedding day.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Reach of the jackal, and I shall, as Stone Cold requires, rise to the challenge and do what must be done.